of the program, and then you have a final assessment. These continuous assessments are summated. In other words, they are totaled up and represent 40% of the final exam. The final exam itself comprises 60%. You need to get at the end of the semester at least 50% and above. This is similar probably to how the pass-fail marks were at the high school where you were. So for you to continue to the next semester, the next 6 months, you need to have got 50% in all these 4 subjects. Unfortunately, if you happen to fail any of them, you will need to repeat all of them. Now, students always ask, why is this? Why do I have to, if I fail one course, why do I have to repeat all the rest of the courses? Now, this is a policy that is applied in all medical schools because we want to ensure that students who go into medical training have sufficiently good understanding of the science subjects or the life sciences, because the life sciences are the basis of medical practice. So this is something that I went through myself in order to become a doctor when I graduated several years ago. So it's necessary for all of us, all of our new students, to go through these courses and to do well in them. It also acts as a screening. We want to see what is your capacity to study medical science or to study medicine, which is more difficult than the natural sciences. So we expect all of you should be able to pass these courses at 50%. And the nature of our teaching, we have high caliber lecturers, so this will definitely help you to pass. So a good student who is devoted to their studies will be able to pass. Right. So I have briefly described the courses that are on this program, the duration, and how they will be examined. Now, the questions that are often asked, let me just answer some of them. So when we do the orientation, we would often, for example, get asked, how will you, for example, deliver this course material, particularly in this COVID era? So during the COVID era, as you can see, we are doing virtual orientation. Initially, we had wanted to do blended learning, which means that some of the material will be taught online and some of them and then we would do small group tutorials for a small number of students and practicals, breaking down the classes into small groups. But as you will have seen, because of the resurgence of the COVID disease, it has now become necessary to ensure that big group meetings or teaching in universities and schools is kept to a minimum, and the government has only provided for teaching to examination students in their final years. So what we plan to do now is to teach using online methods. And the platform that the University of Lusaka uses is called a Moodle Platform. Okay, so there are 3 main ways in which we deliver information to students. One is by a lecture system, the second is through tutorials, and the third is through practicals. Now, I know that from secondary school, for example, you will know what a kind of a lecture looks like. A lecture tends to be where the person giving the information stands up to a group of students and gives them this particular information. So the lecture system you'll probably be familiar with. The tutorial system is more of a system that allows questions or discussion between the person who's teaching and the students. And it tends to be in smaller groups of 5, groups of 10, and so on. And then we have practicals. Practicals are where the students go to the lab and they are trying to see or to learn or to understand better what was taught to them in the lecture period, now in a more practical format. You're trying to reinforce the information that was taught in a theoretical manner, in a more practical manner, in a setting of a lab. Now, the question that will then be asked, that you are asking, I know, that I would ask if I was in your shoes, how can this be done online? How do we propose to do it? So the first thing that the first platform that we use is the Moodle platform. This is an electronic platform, and I know that many students have a good understanding of electronic devices, probably much more than those of us who are older, and most students tend to be comfortable with computers. But I just do want to assure you that there will be other YouTube videos that will help you to see or to understand how you can use this platform. So the Moodle platform is a teaching platform. This platform, you can access it through your PC, through your computer, through your laptop, or even through your phone. So what it is that the university will give you a password when you register, and this will give you access to this Moodle platform. When you enter the Moodle platform, the various courses will be displayed, and there will be a timetable of how these courses will be delivered on a weekly basis. And therefore, you will be able to enter this particular course and you will see the materials that the lecturer has posted. There would be 3 types of materials, as I said.